Hey, what is up everyone? In this video I want to talk about the big, I guess you could call it a controversy, but we're talking about the Oreo x Xbox collab that's going on right now. And basically with this collab, if you get specially marked Oreo cookie, you can get in-game cosmetics for Forza Horizon 5, Sea of Thieves, and Halo Infinite. This being a channel mainly focused on Sea of Thieves, obviously this was going to be something that I would want to talk about. And the new chipset that's for this Oreo collab looks really nice, but the sad part is it's only available in Europe. There was some trickiness going on with VPNs when the thing first launched yesterday, but when I was able to try to do it when I got home, it wasn't really working. They've kind of narrowed it down. You had to have like the serial code and everything. So they've tightened up the restrictions a bit. If you're able to get it beforehand, congratulations. If you weren't, you're in the same boat as me. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is just my thoughts on these kind of collabs. Because in general, I don't mind having like in-game cosmetics tied to real-world products. I think the most recent one that I can remember is when we had I think it's called Madrinas, whatever it's called. It's like a coffee brand. And then we got that coffee drinking emote in-game. So I actually bought that product and got the code for it, and that's how I have the emote in game. When it's stuff like that, or like we had in the past with like the special Xbox controller that you could have gotten, and some other stuff that unlocked different things in the game, those things I'm fine with. What I don't really like is when they have region locked cosmetics. We've seen this with other games, like Fortnite's had this kind of stuff with things like in China, where China had like exclusive cosmetics, and then here we have this being a problem where this event is only for Europe. Now, if you remember when Sea of Thieves first launched, and I want to make sure that I'm fair and we talk about it, Chips Ahoy did a collab with Sea of Thieves when the game first launched, and that's how we got some of the Onyx cosmetics, and these were only available in the US. I don't know if I just didn't realize it at the time. I really thought this was a worldwide event, but I made sure to go back and look at the old blog post from Xbox when that came out, and it specifically says that it was a US only sweepstakes that was going on during 2018. However, there is a glimmer of hope with this. If you remember, the Onyx cosmetics actually came out several times afterwards. It wasn't exclusive to this event. It came out through Twitch drops both in 2020 and 2021. So my hope is that maybe in a year or so from now, hopefully during the next Festival of Giving event, we might be able to get these cosmetics in Twitch drops. So I do have a lot of hope that these cosmetics will come out one day in Twitch drops or in some other form for the rest of us to unlock. Because I don't think Rare would want to just lock these to Europe. I think they know their player base and they would get annoyed. But the fact that that's not very clear right now really causes problems, because I feel like game companies know what happens when they do these kind of collabs or these rare cosmetics and stuff like this, where people start grabbing all the supply of the codes and then start scalping it online. Immediately when this started, I already saw that it was on eBay for like $75 to $100 for a code, and you don't even know if it's real. If you're asking for my advice, you should definitely not buy any of these codes from online. Either wait for it to come out in Twitch shops hopefully one day, or try to see if you can get someone in Europe to hook you up with a code. But also don't take this video as promising that Twitch drops are going to come. In the blog post it does say that these are exclusive Oreo themed cosmetics. However, if you look back at that old Chips Ahoy blog post, it also says in there that those were exclusive in-game items. So we can see that exclusive for Sea of Thieves doesn't really mean exclusive, it just means limited time. I really wish they would use the right phrasing, because when you say something's exclusive, it means it's not supposed to release outside of that thing. The same thing with like battle passes or plunder pass or whatever. When you say that something is exclusive, then it's not supposed to be unlockable outside of that. So really, I guess to sum up this video, I'm fine with these kind of events. I think they're actually pretty cool. But what I want to see is either them make it worldwide, or at least anywhere where Sea of Thieves and whatever the brand is operates in. So like Chips Ahoy's and Oreos, that's an international brand that should have been able to appear basically everywhere. Australia, the US, whatever. Same thing when we had like the coffee brand and that kind of stuff. I was able to just buy those regularly. There was no like scalping prices or anything like that. Maybe that's something that Sea of Thieves can take into account for the future when they do more of these events. Make sure that they're like an international release, or that at least have the option for international release. Because if you told me that I would have to pay maybe $10 to the Oreo company directly for them to send me out one of these Oreo packages for me to get these cosmetics, I probably would do it. But I'm not going to pay some scalper or try to get the code from some shady person online. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole event. Are you okay with cosmetics being region locked, or do you prefer like what I was saying, where it's more international releases, like what we saw with the coffee brand, or they had it with like the role-playing game and other stuff? But that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed, it'd be great if you hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.